What are those doing there?
Don't know anything about that.
Nick likes to do this and really annoy me, leave his dirty socks.
At least they're together this time, eh? Good morning, guys. How are we all?
How are we? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to our first official wild camp in the UK.
First official. We had a couple of unofficial ones at the hotel car park.
Yeah, but apart from that, we've been kind of staying in the van, but at like paid campsites and with family members and things like that. As you've seen in the videos over the last couple of weeks, we've been here in the UK just over 3 weeks and it feels like about 3 months. It's been hard. It's
been tough, but we're kind of ready to get back to some sort of normality. We're back on the road. We have left Wales.
Yeah, so where are we right now?
In Shropshire. Yesterday we left Wales. We did do a little hike, our first hike for a while. We're both feeling a bit sort of deflated, a bit flat, a bit down. So we thought, let's go and do a hike. It was a really, really windy day.
Cold. We almost chickened out at the last minute, but we said we've got to do this. And oh my goodness, we left the doggies in the van because the path was a little bit uneven. Like we said, it was so windy, but it felt so good to do that and get to the tower up the top. And that was, oh, I can't remember the name.
Put the name up on the screen.
Yeah,
we just found it at a random little spot, wind blowing us everywhere, and then that just sort of woke us up and
blew
go right.
The cobwebs away.
Yes.
Is that what they say?
The cobwebs and sort of sadness.
Yeah, but it did hurt our ears, you know, with the wind constantly thinking. And we were like, is this the British summer? It's freezing. But then so many people wearing shorts and t-shirts. So I think it's just us. We can't deal with it. Right, come on then, you two. Come on, let's go. Shh, Diz, wait there. Oh, leaving all the lights on. Too many lights. Right. So as Nick mentioned, we are in beautiful Shropshire and we're on the outskirts of a village called Grin Hill, and this is the Corbit Woods car park. And we found this place on Park for Night last night. It was just us and two other vans here, and then this morning a few dog walkers have come by, and it was just such a peaceful night and it's very, very pretty. So a really good first wild camp, kind of officially back on the road, if you like. We slept really well in the comfort of the van. Oh, this is not the way to go, is it? And Nick's already been out a little bit this morning and he says there's loads of little pathways,
loads of little gullies, little cliffs, loads of variety of trees. Love my ferns. There's loads of ferns and bracken around, and you're kind of raised up on a hillside, so you've got beautiful views. Couldn't send the drone up, restricted area. There's airfields around, which is a shame, but
we've heard quite a few planes this morning, haven't we? But yeah, should we walk up the hill that way?
I'll show you the best gully I've found.
What's a gully?
Little trench type thing. A very small chasm.
Okay. What's a chasm?
So darling, this is a ravine or a gully or a canyon or a gorge.
It's just so beautiful around here actually. This is the first time I've officially been out of the van this morning. Whoops, it was hard to get out of bed again today because it's so comfortable.
I blame the duvet. I blame that new 10.5 tog duvet.
I actually blame Dizzy and Charlie because they don't want to get up in the morning, so if they're snuggly, I'm snuggly. But anyway, yeah, it's so nice, isn't it? This is not the reason we came to this area. This was just somewhere to stay for the night, but it's bloody lovely.
I have to say, nature is a great healer. If you're feeling down and you're struggling, just get out, get some exercise, find yourself a lovely gully to walk down and it'll put a smile on your face. It really helped us that walk up the blustery hill, and this is just beautiful, isn't it? And I'm not sure where this is actually going. We have got somewhere else to be.
Let's just go a little bit further.
Go on then.
Back up the gully, the Riviera, whatever Nick said it was called. And we're going to head off because, like we said, we didn't come to this area just for this, even though I highly recommend coming here in your van, park it up and spending the day here. Maybe we'll do that on another route back up or down the country. Tempted to collect some of these blackberries, but they're all quite low to the ground. And this is a popular dog walking place, right? Found a shortcut back to the van. Did we leave it unlocked? Look at that. We have a hitchhiker. Overnight, a spider has built a whole web just in that corner because we had the doors open, didn't we, yesterday?
Yeah.
That's impressive, isn't it? So we are leaving this car park and this area at exactly the right time because it seems like someone's having a bonfire. It's gone really, really smoky and smelly and yeah. And I will just say that if you do plan to come to this car park, Corbit Woods car park here, please don't take the mickey. Just come and stay for the night, enjoy the lovely walks around and leave it cleaner than you found it. In fact, it's very, very litter free and everything, very quiet. We only picked up one piece of litter this morning, so it'll be just really nice if it stays that way. And we don't want to upset the neighbours, the locals or anything by, you know, just staying too many nights. And
Shh, don't tell anyone else about it. We've told you in secrecy, so keep it to yourself.
there is some really narrow lanes, isn't there, in the UK where we've been so far. I mean, kind of expected that for Wales. Ooh. Alright, she can get past. The van just got past. Go on, lady.
Just let her go.
Go on, lady. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't filming a moment ago, but a huge truck just came past on the really skinny roads back there, and we had to reverse for quite a while to get this big juggernaut, I'll call it, go by. The locals obviously know the roads much better than us, so we just got to take it easy in a sort of bigger size vehicle.
What I don't get is the speed limits. In Wales, I think it's just Wales and maybe parts of England. Hold on, Dan, look at that castle. Sorry, yeah, the speed limits. In Wales, they've got 20 miles an hour, which just seems really slow. And then you have these tiny little country lanes and it's 60 miles an hour limit, as if you're going to go 60 bombing around these little lanes.
That's what I mean, I reckon the locals probably do.
Yeah, like a little rally course.
And here we are, Hawkstone Park. Charlie just having his breakfast before we head out. Dizzy, as always, finished his breakfast. This is the art of making toast in a camper van when you don't have a toaster. So the Ridge Monkey works really well, but you've got to like stand over it and watch it and flip it. You could do it on a lower speed or a lower gas, but we're in a hurry. So you just stand here and watch it burn or watch it cook.
Flip it, flip the bread inside.
Rain?
Yeah. Typical, just started raining, the early bird catches the worm.
You told me it wasn't going to rain today, and I said, okay, let's do it. Let's go for this big hike and explore of this awesome park. Look, it's burning already. You don't mind a bit of, I can scrape it off. See, literally took my eyes off it for a moment. Oh, it's
Quality.
the old, you know what we used to call it, you remember?
Broast.
Broast. Burn on one side, bread on the other.
Cover that up with Marmite, you won't even see it.
Perfect. Very nice. Look at that. Marmite, peanut butter and mixed seeds.
Breakfast in a rush, breakfast in a rush. Spreading it a bit thick on there, darling.
I know, that is like my salt intake for the next week, I think.
Well, half of that was the burntness, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's not as much Marmite as it looked. That one got burnt as well. Right.
What are you opting for?
I think I'm good. I wasn't going to have peanut butter, but now I've seen Nick with his seeds, I'm like, that looks good. And you can't just put seeds on Marmite, that would be weird.
Doesn't work, that's just totally weird.
Peanut butter. And you've used the same knife for both.
You know why? Because when the Marmite runs out, you've got Marmitey peanut butter.
I don't like it.
Which is a thing, isn't
See,
it?
there's little things, isn't there, in relationships and marriage that annoy you. Nick leaving his dirty socks everywhere is one of them, and Nick using the same knife to do both, like, two different things.
Where's the
annoys me
Marmite?
too.
Where's the Marmite?
That's the Marmite one. A little spoon for the Marmite, knife for the peanut butter. I don't like crumbs and stuff in things. Is anyone with me on that?
There's no crumbs. No crumbs in there whatsoever. I agree with the crumbs thing, but no crumbs are left.
Oh, and I will just say, has anyone got Starlink? Is it called Starlink?
Yeah.
Yep, Starlink. Because we are really struggling with internet in the UK. Like, the 4G signal is pretty...
Shocking.
It's pretty shocking. Obviously, you can get it, like, near towns and stuff. But if you go anywhere near, slightly remote, the signal just drops out. It's really quite difficult. And we have, like, a couple of different SIMs as well. So, multiple networks. And it's just very hard to get any signal. Like where we are now, there's nothing, and we're not that remote, really, are we?
We're about 10 miles outside Shrewsbury.
Yeah, so not that remote. But it's been like this. It's not like this all over the place. Even when you're hardly remote at all. Even when we're right like on the outskirts of towns and things, it's quite bad. So if anyone's got Starlink, is it worth getting? Probably when you work online. And yeah, just let us know how you deal with the low signal if you're in the UK.
Seeds, darling, seeds. Oh. The whole reason for the peanut butter was the seeds.
Chatting away.
Delicious. While we're on the subject of the internet, I just want to take a moment to talk about spam. Now, I'm not talking about spam, that dodgy meat that you get in the tin. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about spam emails, spam text messages and phone calls that we're getting increasingly more of. Now, we get loads of these, or we used to, but not since we've been using Incogni. Probably wondering how spammers get hold of our details to contact us. Well, they probably bought it. Because if you don't know, there's a huge market out there where our data and information is bought and sold. Data brokers have these lists. There's hundreds of lists out there where all our information is on there. Our name, our email address, our siblings, our search history, and it's sold to spammers who then contact us. But the good news is that we can be taken off these lists. Bad news is to take yourself off this list is very, very difficult, and the average person like you or I wouldn't have a clue what to do. And if you tried, it would take hours and hours. But Incogni offer a service where they'll actively seek out these lists, find your details and demand that you be removed. What's great about Incogni is that you can check the progress, so you can see how many requests that they put out there and how many have been completed. If you've been following the news just recently, there was a massive data breach, one of the biggest breaches in history. On that breach, where people's social security numbers were stolen amongst other details, people using a service like Incogni were free from the breach. So if you're interested in signing up, we have the annual subscription, which is great because they're constantly checking these lists to make sure data brokers aren't selling you information and keeping your privacy safe. Sign up for Incogni, click the link in our description, and we'll also put it on the screen now, and you can receive a massive 60% discount. There's no risk involved as well because there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Final preparation to leave the van for a little walk.
Seriously, it takes us so long, doesn't it? I mean, I guess you just got to, you know, make sure you got all your camera gear, make sure you got everything for the doggies, have some food, clean your teeth. So basically the car park here is free, and then there is an entrance fee of about £10 or something.
£9.50, yeah.
£9.50, so we go and see, and yeah, there's lots of things to see and do, and caves and towers, and we'll show you.
Told you, look at that. Sunglasses on, sun has come out.
You're going to get too hot in those thick jogging bottoms. I bet you anything you're going to get too hot. I did tell him to wear his shorts. I did tell him. Alrighty, we've got our tickets. And yeah, it sounds like quite a fun place.
Caves, there's gullies, ravines, cliffs. There's the peregrine falcon here. Towers to climb, grottos. It's a 100-acre parkland of magical, natural phenomenons.
And the guy that just gave us our tickets said, "Are you ready for an adventure?" And we said, "Yes, we are."
There's a load of history. There's something about the Romans and stuff, but we'll try and give you a little bit as we go round. But yeah, are you guys ready for adventure? Come on then, darling, what are you? What are you? Ogre, Pixie or Munchkin?
Probably going to be a munchkin.
Dizzy's going for the Pixies. Watch out, down, there's trolls ahead. The boys have been so well behaved over the last sort of 3-4 weeks. We thought we'd treat them to a proper decent dog walk, and dog walks don't get much better than this. There's loads of little trails to go through, little trees to jump over.
It's just magical. Sorry to keep going on about beautiful greenery and trees and yeah, we are blown away.
So Sarah lost at rock, paper, scissors, so her and Dizzy have had to climb that tower which is otherwise known as the monument, which is the best viewpoint over this whole Hawkstone Park. I think it's 100 foot tall, 150 steps to get to the top, and from the top you get incredible views over 12 counties. I believe it was raised in 1795.
Come on then, Diz, go. Let's go. Go.
How was it, darling?
Very cool.
You dizzy?
Dizzy. Dizzy's so brave. He's funny. He's like pulling all the way up, get to the top. He sticks his little head through the bars. It looks higher when you're up there looking down to what it looks from looking up, if that makes sense. Yeah, pretty good.
It's pretty cool though. It looks really old, but it is a few hundred years old. I think it's made from the sandstone from the local area.
You sure you don't want to go up? Charlie would not like it. The platform at the top is too narrow. He'd be too scared.
So many little pathways you can take here. Easy to get lost if you didn't have the handy little map they provide.
And the trees, as we pointed out, are very impressive. And we read that the pines and the cedars, there was a load of them imported in from different parts of the world back in the day, hundreds of years ago, probably about the same time as the tower and everything else. And they are believed to be the tallest cedars and pines in the whole of Great
their
Britain.
kind, in the
whole of Great Britain. So easy or adventurous?
What have you just been saying recently, Dana? Life's too short, take risks?
Easy.
No, come on. You wanted an adventure, darling?
I definitely wanted an adventure.
Well, that was it. That was a big adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. So this is the Swiss Bridge. Very narrow, very narrow. It goes over a stone archway, quite high up. Rebuilt in 2011. I don't think Charlie's going on this. Apparently there's trolls that live under the bridge. Haven't seen any as of yet, but you know, you never know. Sarah did the monument, so I'm doing this little bridge and walkway. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Charlie changed his mind.
No way is Charlie doing that. It's really quite high up, isn't it? Did you
Yeah.
show the view down? We don't know like how long this has been. It was rebuilt in 2011. It doesn't say like how long it's been here or the purpose of it or anything like that. I think this whole park was just like sculptured by a really rich family back in the day.
In about the 17th and 18th century, the Hill family, I think they had a bit of cash, bit of money, to design and build this park, which is a World Heritage Grade 1 listed site, and it's a natural wonderland of beautiful vistas, and it's just pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Loads of little walkways. We haven't even got to the caves and sort of grottos and stuff.
Yeah, we better get a wiggle
We're
on.
about to enter the cave system.
Get your torch on. This is quite cool,
This is
isn't it?
Spider Alley.
What? Really? Really, darling? It's not really Spider Alley, is it?
Yeah.
Really,
The
darling?
catacombs. People have got lost in here.
Really?
Bodies have been found from hundreds of years ago. It's where the ancient crusaders
Oh,
came.
you're going first.
This is really cool.
Come on, quick.
Actually, I can't walk with this light in my eyes, otherwise I can't see anything. Wow. You can't actually see much. Which way do we go now? There's a path there.
There's
path that
lots
way.
of different. This way.
Loads of different paths. They're all going to come out the same way.
I hope so, because we're running out of time.
Hopefully. We'll go this way, Dan. Come this way. Oh.
You're an idiot. Roll, boys.
Boy, I think it's that way out.
Which way?
This way. Wow, look at this. Opens out into a little... Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Proper little cave, that, isn't it?
What's the history behind this then? Because it's quite... Look at that.
It's quite extensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think this little section is known as the Squeeze, and there's no way we could do this in the winter. I think this would be a waterfall in the winter.
It's pretty muddy now.
This reminds me of a place we went to in Czech Republic, Český Ráj, and the Bastei Bridge in Germany, where you go through loads of little walkways of like these granite boulders. This is probably the coolest section, isn't it?
So this is definitely a chasm, unlike the little one we walked through this morning when we first walked
This is
out.
a chasm, that was more of a gully.
Yeah.
Chasm or ravine, I'd say this was.
Yeah.
On a hot day, lovely respite from this roasting weather. Where's this taking us to? Oh no, we're back at the top now.
We didn't see that, did we?
No, we didn't quite see that.
Oh, you know what? We've done it all wrong, and it's raining now, isn't it? Nick says let's do the scenic lower path route on the way back. And then he takes me in this little cave, and we end up here when we're supposed to be right down there. And all because he wanted to see that little gingerbread house back there.
It's like a game of snakes and ladders. You go up into a cave and you end up at the top, and then you slide down a little gully or ravine and you end up down the bottom. Yeah.
It still says 50 minutes back to the main thing this way. We better get a wiggle on, my love. They're going to lock us in.
Go on, boys, back into the cave.
Into the cave.
The boys are loving this, though.
I tell you, it's a bloody full day out. Don't get here and start doing this at 1 p.m. Get here at, when's it open, 10?
10,
Get here
yeah.
at 10 o'clock and leave from then.
Bring yourself a little picnic, little flask of coffee. That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we don't have time for a little picnic or a flask of coffee.
Always in a rush, aren't we? Always in a blooming rush. The place that Sarah's been looking forward to.
Fox's Knob. Another cave.
You know why it's called Fox's Knob?
You don't.
Because it looks like a fox's... Oh, you got your torch on, darling.
Yes.
God, they had fun building these, didn't they? Is this the biggest adventure of your life, darling, would you say? She's not amused, she's not amused. She didn't have her Weetabix this morning, did she?
I'm still enjoying myself, just. Scenic route, he says. Let's take the scenic route.
It did say it was slightly strenuous.
Knackering. By the way, off camera, Nick's been the one that's moaning, not me.
Lies, pure lies. Sarah was thinking it was going to be like an hour walk or something. And the guy at reception, admission, was saying to the ladies beforehand, we've tried to reduce the number of steps. And I thought it was just people being lazy. But after walking it, there are a lot of steps.
Especially if you do the 150 steps up the tower.
Regretful for that. Should practice at paper, scissors, stone more often. We've quit, haven't we? We've taken the emergency escape route back to the Grand Valley. We skipped the last little section because, yeah, it's starting to rain. And we feel like we've been on this walk for hours and hours.
We've looked at the map.
And all we've had is some peanut butter and Marmite seeded toast.
We looked at the route back that way, and there's one thing, and it doesn't look that good. Otherwise, it's pretty much saying up, down, little caves, cliffs and things. So
Caves, cliffs, steps, grottos.
yeah.
We've seen some of them now, and yeah, we're not used to this hiking business. So
this route cuts out 20 minutes, does it?
it's out 20 minutes, yeah.
Yes.
The doggies are out of practice.
Don't blame them.
I am going to complain to the emissions guy about the number of steps as well.
So we're pretty glad that we chose that shortcut back to the van, because just as we got back it started raining quite heavy. and you know, the doggies weren't going to like that. So anyway, yeah, we are just heading south for now towards Shrewsbury, and when it's proper supermarket. And then I don't know where we're staying tonight. We'll just have a little look-see what's around. Last time we stayed in Shrewsbury, do you remember what happened, darling?
See that lady over there? She's very, very rude. Lady just came up to us and basically just said, this is not a campsite. You may think you're free spirits, but I think you're cheapskates. And she said she spoke to someone else and they were talking about smearing dog shit
Up our van.
up our van. How rude, how rude.
Never ever has anyone said anything like that to us before in all of our years of doing this. Yes, so we will be wary where we park up in and around Shrewsbury, but let's just see what happens when we get there.
I haven't seen one of those ice cream vans in a while. I don't think we get them in Spain.
Came down the street playing the tunes and we were going to flag him down. He just speeded on past.
Not quite the weather for it though. It's been raining all day today. We found our little park up in Shrewsbury. We've just been getting on with work and editing all day. Lovely parker, but you'll have to tune in next week to find out where we are exactly in Shrewsbury and
see Shrewsbury through our eyes.
Yes, or the camera anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for this week. I think we've run out of time. Hope you enjoyed this week's vlog.
It's great to be back on the road doing a little bit exploring places that we haven't seen before, and yeah, hope you can join us next week. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. Give it a thumbs up.
Make sure you follow us on all our other socials. Make sure you subscribe, tell all your friends about us, and we'll see you next week. Ready, go. Typical. Should we do that again or?
Do that again.